Brienne here from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to do this crochet technique called mosaic crochet, and it creates this intricate looking color work, and there actually isn't any color changes within each row. It's much simpler than it looks. It looks very intricate with this color work, but it's really not. Each row is done with just one color. So a couple things about mosaic crochet before we get started is all of the rows are worked with the front facing you. There is no turning, so that means each row you cut the yarn at the end of each row. So yes, that does create a lot of ends that you have to weave in the end. That's why here I just added fringe to mine. You can also add a border and just kind of weave in those ends into your border as you go. Or you could crochet over them in each row, however you want to deal with all of those ends. And then another thing is the only two stitches you need to know for mosaic crochet. It's single crochet and a long double crochet. All of our single crochet stitches are worked in the back loop only, and then all of our double crochets are kind of dropped down to the previous row, to the row before the previous row, to create this color work look that we have here, and they're all worked into the front loop of the stitches. So for this tutorial I used Dishy yarn from We Crochet or Knit Picks. I used the color Linen, and I think this one is called Inlet. You can use any yarn that you would like to make for this technique. I am using a G or 4mm crochet hook. I did go down a few hook sizes because, especially with cotton, because how it stretches, I wanted to make sure that my stitches were nice and tight to get this nice crisp color work look here that you see. So we're going to get started here at the bottom with just a row of single crochet, and I'm actually going to use foundation single crochet for our row 1, and I will show you how to do that. So we'll start by getting our yarn on our hook. We're going to work a row of foundation single crochet, and if you don't want to do foundation single crochet, you certainly can just do a chain and then single crochet in your starting chain. But with foundation single crochet, it is when you do your foundation chain and your first row of single crochet at the same time. I'm going to start with the chain 2. I'm going to start in this second chain from my hook, and I always like to insert my hook into the back bump of my chain. There we go. And you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1. And that's going to be kind of where my base chain is. And then now I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, and that is my first single crochet. Now where I did that chain 1, that's where I'm going to insert my hook for my next single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook back into that chain 1 that I made right here, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and chain 1, and that right there is where I'm going to insert my hook again for my next single crochet. Here I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, and that is my second single crochet. So here you can see our chain. I'm going to insert my hook right there. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, that's my chain 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2, that is my single crochet. Show you again, here's my chain that I made. right underneath my single crochet right there, insert my hook right there, and there's the 2 bottom loops of my chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 is my chain, and then yarn over and pull through 2 is my single crochet. Again, if you didn't want to do the foundation single crochet, you certainly can just do a chain and then single crochet in your chain across the row for row 1. We are going to make a row of 27 foundation single crochet. So if you do start with a chain, your row 1 needs to be a multiple of 5 plus 2 more. So we're doing 27. 25 is my multiple of 5, and then add 2 more. So you could do any multiple of 5 that you want for the width of your project, and then just add 2 more to the end. Row 1 needs to be that amount. So your chain will want to be multiple of 5 plus 3. Start in the second chain from the hook and work across if you're going to do that method for row 1. So go ahead and continue working foundation single crochet until you have 27 single crochet. Here is my first row of single crochet, foundation single crochet, my 27. I went ahead and I cut this end and I pulled it through because I'm going to be joining a new color, but I'm going to do it at the beginning of this row. I'm going to keep this front side of my work facing up. There is no turning. So I'm going to start right here again in the very first single crochet of this row. So I'm going to add my new yarn. I'm going to get it on my hook. And I like to make sure it is very, very tight on my hook because I don't want a loose stitch at the beginning of my row. So here's my first single crochet. I'm going to insert my hook there. And I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop, making sure that it's nice and tight for my very first stitch. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through both those loops on my hook for my first single crochet. So for the beginning and end of every row in this pattern, the very first stitch and the very last stitch are going to be a regular single crochet. All other single crochets are worked in the back loop only. So now I'm going to work a row of single crochet back loop only for row 2. So here's our 2 loops that we generally insert our hook into both. We are only inserting our hook into this back loop here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2 for your single crochet back loop only. And you can see the front loop here is left unworked because that's where we're going to be working those drop down or long double crochets. So continue working single crochet back loop only all the way across the row to the very last stitch, where we will again work a regular single crochet. So here I am to the last stitch of the row. I've worked a row of single crochet back loop only all the way across. Here's my last stitch where I'm going to work a regular single crochet by inserting my hook into both those top loops and work your last single crochet of the row. Snip your yarn and pull it through. And there is row 2. Now we're going to begin row 3. We're going to alternate our yarn. I'm sorry, I didn't mention this previously, but you do need 2 colors of yarn, and you will be alternating each row every other color. So now we're going to go back to this linen color. And again, I am going to join my yarn, get it on my hook, nice and tight and secure. And then I'm going to start my row back here in the first stitch. I'm going to insert my hook and work that first single crochet, making sure that it's nice and tight. And here in row 3, we will start to see our mosaic crochet. So I'm going to single crochet back loop only in 2 stitches. So right here, single crochet back loop only, and then here in the next, back loop only. Now I am going to do a long double crochet in the front loop only in the row below the previous row. So here's my previous row in the blue. I'm going to be working in linen, in this first row of linen. So here's my first, here's the 3rd stitch here, I'm sorry, 4th stitch, and this is where I'm going to be working my long double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to insert my hook into the front loop here in row 1, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2 for a long double crochet. Now I will single crochet back loop only in the next 4. So make sure I skip this one because I already worked my long double crochet. I want to make sure I'm skipping this stitch here that's behind my double crochet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet back loop only, and then I'm going to long double crochet in the next. And every time you do this long double crochet, you're going to be working in the row before the previous row. I just like to count and make sure I'm working into the correct stitch here. So we worked in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, matches up with those single crochet. Here's my next one right here. So I'll yarn over, insert my hook into the front loop here, yarn over, pull up a loop, and work that double crochet. And we will repeat that across the row, working 4 single crochet back loop only, and then that long double crochet front loop only. So I'm going to make sure I skip this single crochet that is behind my double crochet, because I'll be adding stitches. If I were to work into this one, I'm going to be adding stitches to my row, and I don't want to do that. So make sure you're skipping the stitch that's behind your long double crochet. So here's my next one. Four single crochet back loop only, and then long double crochet in the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here is my next one. Yarn over, insert your hook into that front loop only, and work that double crochet. And then single crochet back loop only in the next 4. Then long double crochet in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet back loop only in the next 4. And then long double crochet in the next. And that should leave 3 stitches in your row. Single crochet back loop only in the next 2. And then for our last stitch, a regular single crochet. And snip that end and pull it on through. There is row 3 for our mosaic crochet pattern. So now for row 4, I will join back my blue color, go back to the first single crochet of the row, insert my hook here, yarn over, pull up a loop, and work that single crochet in the very first stitch. Now for row 4, our very first stitch is going to be a long double crochet, and we'll be working it in the row below the previous row, which is right here. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook here in the front loop only, yarn over and pull up a loop, and work that double crochet. Now I will single crochet back loop only in 3 stitches. So here's my next one. 1, 2, 3. And now I will long double crochet in the next 2. So here in this next row, I'm going to work them. These 2 long double crochets kind of work in the center of the 4 blue stitches that you see here. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook here in the front loop only, in the row below the previous row, and work my double crochet. And then again in the next stitch. And now single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And long double crochet in the front loop only in the next 2. These 2 center ones here in this group of 4 that you see. I'm going to insert my hook into this front loop only and work that double crochet, and then again in the next. And we're going to repeat that across. 3 single crochet back loop only, and then 2 long double crochet front loop only. So now single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And then 2 long double crochet in the next. Now 3 single crochet back loop only. Now long double crochet in the next 2. Single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And here I am in the last 2 stitches, and I will long double crochet here in the next, and then regular single crochet in the last, and then snip your yarn and pull that on through. And there is row 4. And next is row 5, and this is actually the last row in the repeat, and then you'll just continue repeating these 3 rows. So now I'm going to rejoin my linen color, get it on my hook nice and tight, and then here back in the first stitch of the row, the very first stitch, insert my hook and make that first single crochet nice and secure, because we want them to have a nice clean edge, and if they get loose then it just doesn't look as neat at the beginning of each row. So I think it's kind of important to make sure that these first stitches are tight. So I'm going to single crochet back loop only in my first stitch, now I will long double crochet in the next, which is right here in the front loop only, and then single crochet back loop only in the next, and then long double crochet here in the next one. Now single crochet, back loop only across the next 2. And again, we're going to do that same sequence where we did 1 long double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 long double crochet here. And you can see how the long double crochets kind of go around this one that's in the same color. So long double crochet in the next. Single crochet, back loop only, then long double crochet in the next, and now single crochet, back loop only in the next 2. So here we're going to do another long double crochet in the next, single crochet, back loop only, then long double crochet in the next. And you can kind of see as you go along, it's kind of easier to see the pattern and where these are going to be placed and how they kind of match up with the rows below to create that zigzag look that we're going to be making. So here, single crochet, back loop only across the next 2, long double crochet, single crochet in the next, back loop only, long double crochet, and then single crochet, back loop only across the next 2, and then here's going to be our last little section with long double crochet. So we're going to do a long double crochet in the next, single crochet, back loop only, and then 1 more long double crochet right here, now we're to the last 2 stitches where I will work a single crochet, back loop only, and then a regular single crochet in the last. And then I will snip my yarn and pull it through. And those 3 rows are the pattern repeat for this stitch. So now you're going to go back and repeat rows 3, 4, and 5 for the pattern. I will go through these rows one more time with you guys so we could see how it starts to work up with these 3 row pattern repeat. So I'm going to get back to this color is next, get back to my blue, get the yarn on the hook, and then now we're going to repeat row 3. So I'm going to go back to my first stitch where I will join my yarn, and now for row 3 repeat, we will single crochet, back loop only in the first 2 stitches, or the next 2 stitches here, and then long double crochet in the next, which is this stitch right here in between the long double crochets from the previous row. So you can see how they all stack up together, and every time you repeat this row it's going to be with the alternating color. So now we're going to be doing row where we did row 3 repeat first, it was with the linen. Now we're going to do it with blue. The next time you repeat it, it'll be with linen, and they will alternate each time we repeat these rows. Now I will single crochet a back loop only in the next 4. And then that will bring me again to this one little stitch in between the 2 long double crochets from the previous row, where I will work the next long double crochet. Now single crochet back loop only in the next 4, which will bring me to this stitch here. And then now long double crochet in the next. Single crochet back loop only in the next 4. And then long double crochet here in the next. Single crochet at back loop only in the next 4. And then long double crochet here in the next. Now I'm to the last stitches where I will work 2 single crochet back loop only, and then regular single crochet here in the last stitch. And then snip your yarn and pull that through. And there is row 6, which was a repeat of row 3. So now for row 7, we are going to repeat row 4 with the color. I'll be using this linen. Get the yarn on the hook. And let's insert our hook and work that very first stitch, a regular single crochet. And now we will long double crochet in the very next stitch, right down here. For our row 4 repeat, and then we will single crochet back loop only in the next 3. Now we are working 2 long double crochets in the next 2, which are right here. And you can see how they stack on top of those 2 long double crochets in the other color, right on top of those. And now single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And then 2 long double crochets right here in the next 2. As you move further along in the pattern, you can see where the pattern is matching up and where to place these stitches much easier than in the first rows, for sure. Now single crochet at back loop only in the next 3. And long double crochet in the next 2. Single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And long double crochet here in the next 2. Single crochet back loop only in the next 3. And now we are to the last 2 stitches of this side of this row, so I will one long double crochet here in the next, and then regular single crochet in the last. Okay, and there is row 7, which was a repeat of row 4. Now row 8 is a repeat of row 5. Get that yarn on the hook, work the first stitch here, regular single crochet, oops, regular single crochet for our first stitch, and I will single crochet back loop only in the first stitch, in the next one. There we go. And long double crochet in the next, which is right here. And then one single crochet back loop only in the next, and long double crochet in the next. Now single crochet back loop only in the next two. And long double crochet in the next right here. Single crochet back loop only in the next, and then another long double crochet. So these stitches, these two long double crochets kind of bracket this one long double crochet here from row 6, and these kind of bracket that, and then two single crochet back loop only, and then a long double crochet, single crochet back loop only. I'm going to repeat this across, working that long double crochet, single crochet, long double crochet, and then the two single crochet. And again, a long double crochet here, single crochet, and then a long double crochet. And then two single crochet back loop only. Here's our last section with long double crochets. One long double crochet, single crochet back loop only, and one more long double crochet. And then here's the last two stitches. So I will single crochet back loop only, and then regular single crochet in the last. So I'm going, for this sample here, I'm going to be repeating rows 3, 4, and 5 all the way to row 22, and that will be ending on a row 4 repeat, where we will come back and we will finish this off with a row of regular single crochet just to clean up the top and make it uniform here with the bottom. So repeat rows 3, 4, and 5 to row 22. Here I have finished repeating rows 3, 4, and 5 all the way through to row 22, and I ended on this row 4 repeat, and I went ahead and cut my yarn and pulled that through. Now for our final row, we should be using the color that we began with, so I'm going to be using this linen color for my last row 23, and we're just going to do a row of regular single crochet, working through both the loops just to give it a nice clean edge that matches our first row here, matching row across the top. And then I will join to that first stitch and work that first single crochet, and then now I'm going to work a regular single crochet all the way across in each stitch. So insert your hook into both loops and work single crochets across the row. Here I have a single crochet in each stitch across that row. I already cut my yarn, so I'm going to pull that through, and there you have this Zig-Zag Mosaic Pattern. For all of these ends, you can add fringe or do a border and work the ends into the border. I will link below a video I have for how to make fringe. So I just added my fringe evenly across one end, and then I took my yarn needle and I just wove these ends into the pieces of fringe to kind of hide it in there in my fringe pieces. But I hope you love this pattern. We are having a crochet along using this pattern. Every week I will have a new pattern featuring this stitch. So the first week is this pattern right here, which will be a coaster. We'll be doing a hanging basket, a basket to set on a table, and a pillow. So I will link all that information below. I hope you can join us. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you love this tutorial and you find lots of fun ways to use this really cool stitch.